America's favorite pet expert, Warren Eckstein. Warren is the author of How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want and How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want. He's here to answer all your pet and animal questions. And now, Warren Eckstein.
Is your St. Bernard not acting so saintly? Does your new rescued Persian have you paranoid? Are your Chihuahuas behaving a little chaotic? Well, if you love animals, and I know you do, care about wildlife and the environment, and really consider your pets part of the family, and really want to find out how they think and why they do some of the things they do, you've come to the right place. Stay tuned, because once again, right here, right now, it is time for the Pet Show. America's first and only real pet psychology, training, behavior, and of course, pet lifestyle show. So hop up on my couch. Yes, bring those furry little buddies with you, folks, because it is that time once again to let the animal analyzing begin. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is the Pet Show, the place where we absolutely, positively, never a doubt about it, love, adore, and as I stress every single week, respect pets and animals as much as you do. By the way, if you want to find out why your dog or cat is doing some of the things they're doing, they're jumping, they're humping, they're digging, if you have a question about your pet, you have come to the right place. And by the way, if you happen to be a new listener to this show, just a reminder that everyone that calls into the Pet Show and does in fact get through to me live on the air, get this, we'll be getting an amazing gift. Don't get excited. It's not for you. It's for that beautiful dog or cat looking up at you with those adoring eyes as I speak. Many of the items I give away here on the Pet Show are 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and more. So I'll answer your question, help you resolve your pet's issues with you, and at the same time, a great gift will be on its way for your best friend. So I guess I should give you the phone number, huh? The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA. That's 866-870-KRLA, or if you're a numbers person like me, 866-870-5752, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away, as I said. By the way, if you want to see how the show is done, if you want to see how crazy I can get sometimes, you can also watch live on Facebook at facebook.com/WarrenPet. Facebook.com/WarrenPet. Again, the number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Plenty of time for your calls, lots of great stuff to give away. Let me tell you what I have planned for today's show. And again, and I do this every single week, I'm not going to run out of time. I'm going to try not to run out of time. But I came up with some topics I'd love to share with you guys. But of course, your phone calls and your questions are priority. So we'll try to get to as many topics as I can. If you're calling on the show, if you want to send me a question via Facebook, I'll try to get to all of your questions as I possibly can. Again, that number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Coming up on today's show, believe it or not, I tried to do this last week. We ran out of time. Believe it or not only do your cats enjoy your company, but your cats actually love and adore you. I know what you're thinking. Come on, Warren. Yes, your cats actually do love you. Coming up, I'm going to tell you the ways to tell just how much your feline buddies really do care about you. That coming up a little bit later. Also, you ever talk to your dogs and baby talk, goo goo, gaga, gigi? I do it all the time. A new study says that dog guardians that talk to their dogs like a baby, come on, you know you do it, are more likely to have a greater bond with their pets. So goo goo, gaga, coming up a little bit later on the show. And if your dog or cat is suddenly misbehaving, it may not be their fault. How many physical problems can cause bad behavior. Also, how to help a grieving cat. I got a lot of calls on that this week. And should electronic collars be outlawed? They are going to be in Ireland. We'll talk about that. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. and plenty of time for your questions and comments. Lots of great stuff, as I said, to give away. So if your pet happens to be jumping, digging, scratching your favorite chair, cat forgot what the litter box is all about, your dog is suffering with separation anxiety, your cat's depressed, they're not housebroken, hates other dogs, chases anything that moves, turns into Cujo when you take him for a walk, or your dog just believes if it comes into your house, it's his job to hump it. That's what this show is all about, helping you cope with your pets, more than likely helping your pets cope with you. Again, that phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. The question of the day, I had a great 3 or 4 meetings this week. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm involved with this shelter in San Bernardino that I've been hearing a lot about for years, and just a lot of complaints about it. It seems that the shelter is just not what it should be. In fact, I'll talk to you guys more about that later in terms of how you may be able to help me out. But I was having a conversation this week, and the question came up is, would you accept, kind of interesting, would you accept a donation for your animal rescue if you disagree with the person donating politically? So, would you accept a donation for your animal rescue if you disagree with that person or that group politically? I want to know. Give me a call, 866-870-KRLA. I posted that on Facebook this week, and what a response I got. Unbelievable. Pros and cons, this and that. You should never take money from someone you disagree with, or especially if they're, I don't know. I want to get your opinion on it. So give me a call. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA. So if you're involved with rescue or humane work and someone you disagree with politically, whether they're too far to the left or too far to the right, said, you know what? I got 10 grand for you to help the animals. Would you take the money even though you disagree with them? I want to know. Give me a call, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. As I said, lots of great stuff to give away, plenty of time for your calls at the same time. And please grab a pen and paper. So I'm going to try to have a public meeting sometime in May, I hope, or June, about this shelter in San Bernardino. So if you're involved with rescuing, and if you know about the shelter I'm talking about, or even if you don't and you want more information, just send me an email, mail@thepetshow.com, mail@thepetshow.com, or you can send it to mail@warreneckstein.com. It's going to go to the same place. And if you'd like to call my office, we'll take down your name and phone number and keep you posted about the meeting. And the number for my office, and yes, this is my office phone number, 1-800-430-4847. When you call there, don't keep her on the phone a lot, but you'll be speaking to my assistant, Julie. She'll get your name and information and keep you posted. Again, the number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Just a reminder, as I was driving in from Santa Monica to Glendale today, hit a few spots of a pretty good rain. A reminder that dogs and cats can much more easily get lost in the rain based on the fact that all of the scents in the neighborhood change. They're different. The things don't smell the same. So if you have a dog or a cat, please keep them inside. Keep them dry, especially if they're a little bit older. Make sure, a lot of people leave their dog outside so the dog gets wet. No, all dogs, when they come inside and they're a little wet, dry them off. They do it for you. 866-870-5752, 866-870-KRLA. That is the phone number here at the Pet Show. Also coming up a little bit later on today's show, I've been talking about this company for God knows how many years, NatureVet. They've been a sponsor on the show for probably 20 or 25 years. You've heard about the benefits of CBD. They are going to be coming out with a brand new line of their products, for allergies, calming, immune systems, joint functions. And these newer items are going to have, you ready for this, hemp seed oil in them. And we've heard about the benefits of hemp seed oil for people and pets. So we'll talk about that a little bit more, but it's not available yet. So if you want to get more information on it, give my office a call on Monday or Tuesday. Julia, get back to you. Again, we're going to be starting to talk to you more about the brand new NatureVet line with hemp oil. What an incredible product it is. I've known about it for a little bit now, and I'll be talking to you more about it and letting you know where you can get it as they kind of roll it out in the next week or two. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752, or facebook.com/WarrenPet. This is the face that's talking to you. In the next few months, what we're going to do is I'm hoping to maybe bring a dog of the week or a dog of the month in, a dog or a cat that really has a hard time finding a home. And maybe we'll just bring them in and we'll show them on YouTube and on Facebook. And hopefully one of my listeners will open up their heart and their home and bring that dog in. Also, I got an appearance coming up on April 22nd. We'll talk more about that. Right now, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let me take a phone call from Alice in Burbank. Hey, Alice, welcome to the Pet Show.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you today?
Just fine. Thank you so much for your wonderful show.
Well, I appreciate that. How can I help you today?
Yes, I have a King Charles, and when we walk the dog around the neighborhood, he just wants to jump on the other dogs and start barking on them. Once he had a very big accident with Shepherd, and the Shepherd jumped on him, and he was almost going to kill him.
Okay.
So I pulled him out of his teeth.
Yeah, let me go over a few things with you. As a matter of fact, okay, I have a YouTube channel. I never talk about my YouTube channel, but Julie, my assistant, said, I'm posting this more. And I said, don't post it because she's going to post it. It'll probably go up on Tuesday. This is actually me working with a dog with a very similar problem in the Hollywood Hills. I did it about a year and a half ago. You will see how, and it's no retakes, no nothing. Within a matter of actually the recording is 16 minutes. Ego aside, but I was able to take this dog that was really aggressive towards this other dog and having them sitting side by side as I was playing with them. So I'm going to post that on my website, and I'll put it up on Facebook as of Tuesday. It's 16 minutes, but it may be something you'd want to watch. In the meantime, what happens when you take your dog for a walk and he sees another dog or you see another dog, immediately you anticipate what his reaction is going to be. And therefore, your adrenaline kicks up. So whatever reaction the dog has is actually intensified by the adrenaline in your body pulling the dog back and saying no, no, no. Now, sometimes many trainers would recommend jerk the dog around, put a spike collar on the dog, yell at the dog. Anytime you try to confront an aggressive situation by being aggressive, you're only creating more aggressive behavior. So the way to resolve that is to let the dog know that nothing bad is happening. The dog's protecting you. He's on a 6-foot leash. So when you're walking past other dogs, even though your dog is barking, just don't stop. Just don't react. Just keep on walking. And if you walk past the other dog and there's been no negativity, sooner or later the dog will get the idea. So here are the two things you have to do. Number one, just some good basic training over the dog so you have a positive way to communicate with them. That's number one. Number two, when you see another dog coming by, don't overreact, look straight ahead and just keep on walking, because once you stop, you're reinforcing to the dog that there's a reason that you stopped, and therefore more assertiveness should take place. So first of all, some good basic training. Second of all, when you see other dogs or going past them, kind of try to ignore them. I know it's hard. He's going to be barking and pulling. Just kind of keep your head on straight, keep on walking. And the more you pass other dogs and nothing happens, the quicker your dog's confidence will build up and the less apt he is to show that aggressive behavior towards other dogs. But it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. That help you out a bit there, Alice?
Thank you so much.
Don't go anywhere, Alice. I'm going to put you on hold, and I am going to send Alice. She has a great dog. He pulls her a little bit. You know what, Alice? I'm going to send you a great basket from Lucy Pet Food. Lucy Pet Forms for Life. It's on its way to Alice in Burbank. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Great time to give me a call. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. Let me take a quick break. When we come back, Jay, Valerie, Jane, you'll be up next. 70 KRLA, 866-870-5752. Let me just go through a quick list of what I'm going to be giving away on today's show, okay? Everyone that calls, and that includes you, Jay, Valerie, Jane, and Chris, everyone that calls into the Pet Show and gets through to me live on the air will be getting one of these amazing gifts for their best friend. Either my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats, Lucy Pet Food Formulas for Life. You just heard me give some away. Kids and Pet Stain and Odor Remover coupons, nothing better. Those T-shirts I had made personally that say, none of my friends walk upright. Copies of my behavior books, either dog or cat. The amazing hybrid groomer pet brush by Bass, Arthur Gold, Mushroom Max, Bitter Yuck, Earwash, and Lucy Cat's Incredible Cat Litter. And starting in a week or so, I will actually be giving away some of those brand new items from Nature Vet that have hemp oil in them. What an amazing thing that is. We'll talk about more in the next week or two. The phone number here, 866-870-KRLA. Let me get back to the busy phones. We got a peeing cat. Someone who wants to thank me for their grand cat. We got an update on a German Shepherd and a pit bull that won't bark. We'll get to all your calls, I promise. Right now, let me go to Jay and Van Nuys. Hey, Jay, welcome to the show.
Oh, hi there. I appreciate you taking the call.
It's my pleasure. What's up?
Well, I have it's not really a feral cat anymore. I got it as a kitten that was like 2 weeks old, and so I saved this cat, and now he's 9 months old, and he's he likes to pee around the house.
Is he using the litter box as well?
Yeah, I generally I kind of make a point of taking him to the litter box, but I've been looking at the litter box, and it doesn't look like it's being used as much as it should be. So I thought where he was peeing.
Was this cat out? Now you got him at 2 weeks old?
Yeah, if that. I think he was a week and a half.
Wow, real young. And how many were in the litter?
I have no idea. My neighbor gave him to me. He was out in the. I got him right in the middle of summer. He was dying.
Oh wow! Well, first of all, Jay, bless you for taking this cat in and giving him the home that he has. There's a couple of things to understand. Very often, cats learn from their mother, and they learn from the other kittens in the litter what a litter box is all about and how to use it. Your cat didn't have that opportunity because he was separated so young that he kind of was more apt to use a commode.
I take him and I put him in the litter box, and he does the motions of trying to, scratch around, but he's actually doing it outside the litter box.
Yeah, well, he's a little confused right now. Absolutely. Here's what I'd like you to do, okay? Temporarily, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put down a second litter box. Not for life, just for now. Also, don't keep the litter box so clean. What I'd like you to actually do is the next time he poops in the house, pick up a little bit of the poop and put a little of the poop in the litter box under maybe, 1/8 of an inch of litter. If he urinates in the house, what I want you to do is dab up some of the urine on a paper towel or a tissue, and also dab some of that on the litter as well. So the scent is always there. Then what you really need to do is make sure where he's gone in the rest of the house, that scent is totally dissipated, totally gone. What do you use to clean up right now, Jay?
I'm using something, I think it's called Odor Pure. It's an enzyme thing. It was recommended, like $50 a gallon. Okay,
well, let me tell you something. I'm going to send you something that works better than all of the products you can pay $50 a gallon for.
Pure Air.
Huh?
It's called Pure Air.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. Anyway, I'm going to send you a product. It's not the most expensive product I give away, believe me, but it's a product you need. I'm going to send you some an incredible product, Kids and Pets Stain and Odor. I'm going to send you a coupon for that. But listen to me carefully, Jay. Here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you, when you're with the cat, he's 9 months old right now, whenever you're with the cat, I'd like you to kind of keep a hawk eye on him. If you're in a room, close the door. If you're in the kitchen, you can put up a gate, put up a gate. But I want you to be with him around that litter box area when you can. That's number one. Number two, I think the most important thing we can do is put some of his poop and urine in the litter box at this point. I think that's going to make a major difference for you as well. Yep. And the other thing you can do is in the area.
He is pooping and peeing in the litter box now. I'm using that crystal litter because it seemed to work better, but I was wondering if maybe he didn't like it because it might be bothering his.
It's very. You know what? Forget it. I'm not going to send you to Kids and Pets Stain and Odor. You can buy that for yourself. I'll do a commercial. You can buy it at Walmart, Amazon.com. Buy the Kids and Pets Stain and Odor remover. Don't use anything else. Okay?
By what?
Kids and Pets Stain and Odor remover.
Keep.
Kids and Pets. Kids and Pets.
Kids and Pets Stain Remover?
Stain and Odor Remover. Yeah, you can get it at Amazon.com, Walmart.com, Home Depot.
Oh, okay.
It's under $5, okay? And I'm not sending it to you because it's under $5. I want to send you something a little bit more expensive. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to send you some different litter. I'm going to send you Lucy Pet's Cat's Incredible Cat Litter. There's no borates. Cats absolutely adore it. Let's try that litter, but I also want you to continue with what I'm saying. Pick up the kids and pets, clean up that area, any areas where the cat's gone, spend more time in those areas with the cat where the cat has gone, and then what I want you to do is put down that second litter box temporarily. Give me a call back in a week or two when you're walking around the house barefoot, okay?
Okay, I really appreciate the advice.
Listen, give me a call back. Don't go in. I'm going to put you on hold, Jay, and we're going to send you some Lucy Pet's Cat's Incredible Cat Litter, but I do want you to pick up that Kids and Pets Stain and Odor. You heard what he said, $50 he's paying for stain and odor remover. Doesn't work nearly as well. I've used them all, believe me, $100, $50, $75. There's nothing better on the market than Kids and Pets Stain and Odor Remover. And it's under $5. I'll do a commercial for them a little bit later. It's under $5. Why are you spending so much money? I don't get it. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Let me go to Valerie in Glendale. Hey, Valerie, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren. Warren.
How you doing?
One of the happiest days of my life is when my daughter took me and my grandson. I'm a lady in a wheelchair, and we went out to Tarzana to Red Barn to meet you when you were doing a live show. And the question I asked was, my daughter and son-in-law in Missouri wanted to bring my grandkitty Nicholas across country for Christmas. So you gave us some tips, and I relayed them to my daughter. One of them was keeping the same water clear across country. So they made sure they had water bottles full of, the same water that they would give them all the time. And we followed her advice. Nicholas went from Trenton, Missouri, down to New Orleans, Louisiana, up through Baton Rouge, where he had to go to the vet because my daughter was afraid he wasn't peeing really well.
Yeah.
From the stress of being in the car. And after the vet, he was fine. He started drinking again. He just needed a little hydration. And they hit the Interstate 10, came clear out to good old California, where he spent Christmas and New Year's with us. And my precious cat, Mau Mau, who I know I've talked to you in the past about, he is my rescue exotic kitty, Egyptian Mau cat, and he and Nicholas, believe it or not, two males, got along just beautifully.
Hey, I'm going to run out of time. I'm so glad to hear. So he came up to Glendale, he hung out with you, and now he's back down there.
He's back in Missouri now, and he's coming out to Glendale again in the summer.
Well, you're going to have to send me some photos of him.
Oh, I can do that.
There you go.
I can do that.
I got to move on, but let me.
I wanted to
go ahead.
thank you, and it was such a privilege to get to meet you.
Well, you know what? Thank you. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to send you something to tell you how you can meet me again if you want to do that. I'm going to send them some hugs and kisses for the cat. But you know what? I have an appearance coming up on April 22nd. It's my favorite appearance ever because I'm not going to be on the radio. I'm just going to be there with nothing to do but answer all of your questions. And we're going to do a dog on the couch where I'll tell you more about that coming back. A quick break, then right back to your phone calls. Great time to give me a call. The phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. 866-870-5752. You got to smile when you have Gomez the dog. You just have to smile. All right, just before we get back to the phone lines here, a couple of things. Number one, dog, and I'm using the word owners because this is how it reads, dog owners who talk to their pets like a baby are more likely to have a greater bond with their dogs. They found that dogs need to hear words spoken in a rhythmically high-pitched manner in order to find them relevant. Researchers said using a baby voice to talk to a dog offers the same benefits to a dog as it does to a child. They also found that dogs preferred humans who spoke to them in an emotional way. It suggests that adult dogs need to hear dog-relative words spoken in a high-pitched emotional voice in order to find them relevant. I know exactly what they're talking about. Am I the only one? How many people out there talk to their dogs, Google, Gaga, and baby talk? Give me a call. Let me know. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Let me go back to the busy phone lines here. Let's go to my friend Jane. Hey, Jane, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren.
How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good, but my dog, Holly, is not doing so well.
Oh, what's up?
Her obsessive behavior has gotten worse.
Tell me about
when I talk to you, you're breaking in and out.
No, you're breaking in and out. We're fine. Go ahead, tell me.
Okay, when I called you 2 weeks ago, I said that we have an open floor plan, so she'll run circles around through the different rooms. And that started because she would see something reflecting off the silverware in the drawer or a plate, and it would flash onto the wall.
Sure.
And we're her third owner, and I think somebody that had her before us played with a laser light with her or something. But she's gotten worse. She used to just do it in the evening. Now she does it off and on all day long.
What's her typical day like?
Her typical day, we get up in the morning, I take her for a long walk, come home, feed her, and she's pretty much in and out all day long with me or my husband. And
so when is this occurring? So when you're home now, this occurs all the time or sporadically?
Sporadically, but in the evening, she could keep it up all evening long if we'd let her. And she's even started doing it around our coffee table.
Oh, and what did I suggest that you do?
You told me to set up the behavior and get her to stop it and then reward her.
No, I never said that. I never said that. I never said that because I don't reward bad behavior. If you have a dog that's chasing something in the house and the dog stops reacting to it.
Reward her when she doesn't do it.
No, reward her for nothing. In other words, you don't want to reward the dog after she's done it and then she stopped. If you give her a reward at that point, what is she being rewarded for? Is she being rewarded because she stopped, or is she being rewarded because she was chasing the thing that you don't want her to chase? So I would never recommend rewarding in terms of a resolution. Distraction, maybe, but rewarding, no. So I want you to listen to me carefully. Obsessive compulsive behavior is something I deal with on a daily basis. Now, you called me 2 weeks ago. How long has this problem been going on?
It was probably going on 3 months before that time.
Okay, and she's had 3 different homes. How old is the dog now?
She will be 3 in December.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I'm just asking you this because I want you to understand where I'm coming from. If you had an obsessive compulsive disorder, how long do you think it would take you to get over it?
I don't know.
Well, why would you expect, why do we expect that we have a dog or a cat that has psychological behavioral issues, such as obsessive compulsive? Why would we assume that in 2 weeks we would take a dog like Cujo and turn him into Rin Tin Tin? Listen to me carefully. This is not a difficult problem to resolve, but you need the continuity. What you want to do is, you know that the dog is more apt to do this at specific times, like at night. Find one specific item that he only gets at night to distract him. What I also recommend, if you give him a lot of exercise during the day, which obviously you do, prior to the evening, maybe at 6 o'clock before you guys are going to hang out, take him outside and play 20 minutes with him with ball, whatever you need to do to tucker him out. But only give him one specific or 2 specific items. All his other items are down, but 1 or 2 items at night. So his focus is more on those. When he chases this thing that he's chasing, this imaginary thing, what I'd rather see you do is just walk away. Go away. He's looking for a reaction on your part, and you're giving it to him. Just walk away and ignore it. If you ignore it and you use a little distraction therapy, it may take a month, it may take 2 months, but the dog will in fact get over it. It amazes me, and this is no criticism of you, Jane, a lot of people, but it amazes me that if we have a dog or a cat with a behavior issue, if the dog is neurotic, the cat is psychotic, has this issue, we assume that in 4 or 5 days it's over and done with. We don't know the psychological trauma this dog went through. We don't know how many toys he had when he was younger. We don't know if he had to play with an imaginary friend chasing something around. Or you may be right, it might have been something they used as a laser. But again, you have to understand that I've worked with so many dogs and cats that have been totally confined for months and months and months or even years, and they come up with their own way of playing, whether it be chasing an imaginary mouse or chasing an airplane in the sky. So this can be resolved. It's going to take a little bit more time, a little bit more patience. Try what I suggested, and then call me back. If we have to, we'll go further. I mean, I'm not a genius. I can't resolve it overnight, but let's try it the way I want to try it, with less, without rewarding and distracting dog and more. Let's see if that works.
I'm not sure I understand completely. You're saying to give her 1 or 2, save 1 or 2 items.
Besides all of the items that she has in your home, in the evening, you put down 1 or 2 items that she only gets in the evening. After a couple of hours, you pick them up and put them away till the next night. So now she's looking forward to those in the evening to play with, because she has her other toys, but these are only special toys that come at a specific time.
Now, what if she's already started this circling?
Walk away. I just said walk away. Ignore it.
Walk away.
Just walk away. Totally walk away. She's looking for a reaction. Just walk away.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Don't sound depressed. It's not going to happen overnight, because believe me, if you were chasing imaginary things around the house, it would take a lot more than 2 weeks to resolve that issue as well. Give me a call back and let me know how you're doing. It amazes me how we have so much patience with ourselves and other people, but with our pets, we want instant gratification. Sometimes I am a genius. Sometimes it does work, but other times it takes a little bit more time. And again, with a dog that had 3 different homes, and you see what I say. In other words, and that was a great call, by the way, but a perfect example of why it's important when you're resolving a behavioral issue to be consistent. I would never say reward the dog for that behavior. Let me give you an example. A dog grabs your shoe, you take the shoe away, you give the dog a treat of his own. What did you just tell the dog? Anytime you want a treat, just grab another shoe. Never reward for bad behavior. Distract and ignore. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Quick break, then right back to your phone calls. I'm Warren Eckstein, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. So many things to talk about. The phones are jammed. We'll get to your phone calls. We're going to talk a little bit later about how dangerous your dog or cat's bowl can actually make your dog and yourself sick. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And also, we're going to discuss this, how physical problems can cause changes in behavior as well. So it's a great time to call me. Got lots of great stuff to give away: hugs and kisses, pet food, kids and pets, t-shirts, books, hybrid groomer. Great brush, by the way. We're going to talk more about that a little bit later. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let me take another phone call right now. Let me go to Valencia and Chris. Hey, Chris, welcome to the Pet Show.
Good morning. Good to talk to you.
Same here. What's up?
This is the second dog it's happened to. I got them both at the pound. This one I've had about a month. The other one, it took probably 6 or 7 weeks before they finally barked. They eat, they sleep, they're lovable, they're great. They just never bark. And this is the second dog I've had this way.
How old is this dog, Chris?
8 years.
He's 8. First of all, how long have you had him?
3 weeks, maybe a month.
Listen, Chris, I adore you already. You adopted an 8-year-old dog from a pound. Unbelievable right off the bat. What kind of dog is it?
Pit bull.
Double kudos, okay? Not a better dog in the world. But let me go over a few things with you that are really, really important. It's very possible that the dog was, in fact, a barker. And every time the dog barked, previous people told the dog, shut up, be quiet, or did even worse, to keep the dog quiet. What we have to do right now is counter condition the dog and let the dog know that barking is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. What color is the dog?
Golden red mix.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes with the white pitties they can be deaf, and I want to make sure that's not a problem. Okay.
No, this is more of a redhead.
Okay, what I'd like you to do, and this is going to sound a little crazy, and you know I would never sound crazy, Chris, but listen to me carefully. What I'd like you to do is, before you take the dog out for a walk, I want you to get down on all fours, and I want you to start barking. Whatever that bark may sound like, whatever you need to do to get the dog focused on you. When he looks at you cross-eyed, give him a lot of praise, take him outside. Do that for a few days. After a few days, he may start to whimper, he may start to bark. Start praising him. Some dogs have to understand that when they bark, it's not a bad thing. I believe, from what you're telling me, an 8-year-old dog that's not barking is probably not barking because he was overly corrected for barking in the first place. So let's counter condition him, let him know that barking is okay. I think it's going to make a major difference. But you got to get down at his level, bark alongside of him, and when he makes any type of whimper at all, a little bit of a praise, and you'll start noticing, matter of weeks or so, the barking will come, I promise.
Sounds like a great idea. I teach high school PE, so I bark all the time.
I get, oh God, I'm sorry I answered your question. My PE teachers never gave me a break. Anyway, listen, Chris, don't go anywhere. I'm going to bless you for adopting this dog. I'm going to put you on hold because I'm going to send you a copy of my book, How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want. And I really appreciate that call. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. Ellie, we're going to get to you in Simi Valley, Mike in Woodland Hills, Carol in Woodland Hills. Before we go to the break, though, let's just give you a reminder. I am going to be doing an appearance, and it may be the only one I do this year, and it's on a Sunday. And usually I do my appearances in the Valley on Saturdays while I'm broadcasting, so I'm kind of in the middle of the radio show trying to help you at the same time. Listen to me carefully. Coming up on Sunday, April 22nd, I will be doing no broadcast whatsoever. It's going to be Dog on the Couch, where you can bring your dogs. I will help you resolve any issues you may be having, actually give them a hug and a kiss at the same time, and lots of great pet stuff to give away. So mark that date down, Sunday, April 22nd. I will be at the Sepulveda Basin Off-Leash Dog Park. More information, go to my website, thepetshow.com, thepetshow.com. I'd love to meet as many of you as I possibly can, meet your pets, and at the same time, resolve any issues you're having. Yes, this is one of my rare Dog on the Couch things where I actually will take you and put you both on a couch and figure out who has more problems, you or the pet. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. A quick break, then right back to all of your phone calls. By the way, when I go to commercial break, that's usually the best time to call me, 866-870-5752. Going there. Hey, we are back on the Pet Show. We're going to break for the top of the hour. Ellie, Mike, Carol, you'll be my first callers. By the way, when we take that short break at the top of the hour, that's the easiest time to get through to me. The phone number here, 866-870-KRLA. I still have hugs and kisses to give away, Lucy pet food, kids and pet stain and odor remover, T-shirts, copies of my books, Hybrid Groomer Brush by Bass, Arthur Gold, Mushroom Max, Cat's Incredible Cat Litter. This is the best time to give me a call. I know it's hard to get through sometimes. And by the way, everyone that calls in and does in fact get through to me live on the air will be getting a fabulous gift for their best friend. Again, that phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752, or you can log in at facebook.com/thepetshow. I'm sorry, facebook.com/WarrenPet, facebook.com/WarrenPet. And if you have a question for me, I'll try to get some there as well. But right now, the phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752, the way to get through. Picture the germiest place in your house. Most people automatically assume it's their bathroom. Some people say the countertops are entryways, and they really deserve some problems. But for all you pet guardians out there, the biggest germ culprit in your home, it's not the bathroom. It's not the bathroom. It could be your dog or cat's bowl. I'll give you more information when we come back. The phone number here, 866-870-KRLA. Just a reminder, everyone that calls and gets through to me live will be getting a great gift. Some of them were $25, $35, $40. 866-870-5752. 866-870-5752. That is the phone number. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. And welcome back to the second hour of The Pet Show. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. If you want to find out why your dog is jumping or humping, why your cat is scratching or not using a litter box, or hates your next door neighbor, your dog won't come when you're called, you take him out for a walk, your little beagle turns into Cujo. If you have a question about your pet, you have come to the right place. You're listening to The Pet Show. By the way, if you're a new listener, just a reminder to those regular listeners as well, that everyone that calls into the show and gets through to me live on the air on this rainy Saturday will be getting a fabulous gift for their dog or cat. As I said, lots of the items I give away are $25, $35, $40 and more. So it's a great time to give me a call. I'll help you resolve your pet's problems or your problems. And at the same time, a great gift will be on the way for you. Just be patient. I will get to your phone calls. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Be patient. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. And I'd really like to get your take on this. I had a great conversation. One of them was great, an interesting conversation. For those of you that donate money to rescue and humane organizations, for those of you that are involved with rescue and humane organizations, my question to you is simple. Would you accept a donation for animal rescue if you disagree with that person politically? If that person is totally opposite politically, would you still accept their money if it's going to help the animals? I want to know. Give me a call. 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. We'll get right back to your phone calls. Now, before I broke, we're talking about the concept that what are the germiest places in your home? Number one, kitchen sponge, dish rag, kitchen sink, toothbrush holder. What do you think number 4 is? Number 4 is actually your dog or cat's food bowls. Actually, this misconception is what keeps many pet guardians from washing food dishes regularly. Dry foods do leave residue and can result in bacteria like E. coli in food bowls. All if that's not bad enough, these germs can cause illness in both animals and human beings. To prevent any potential sickness spreading around your home, they recommend washing food and water dishes with soap and hot water. You should also consider investing everything in a stainless steel or ceramic bowl as well. And the reason for that is because if you use plastic, what often happens is the plastic can crack and food and germs can get stuck in there. So stainless steel, which by the way, you can clean in the dishwasher, stainless steel is a great way to go. That's what I use with my own guys. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Interesting question. My lovely screener, Suzette, came in and said, you know, we're talking about that bulldog, that the pit bull that the guy adopted that wouldn't bark, and I gave him some advice to teach the dog to bark. However, what I didn't ask him, and great pickup on this, by the way, Suzette, what I didn't ask him was, in fact, when he got the dog, is it possible that the dog had been debarked with the vocal cords removed? Some crazy, insane, nasty people do that, especially if they have lots of dogs. So that could be part of it. So I'm hoping that's not the case, and I'm hoping just by getting down on your hands and knees on a regular basis, you can get that dog barking. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Ellie in Simi Valley, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Oh, thank you for being so patient with me.
So we brought home an 8-year-old dog. He's 90 pounds.
Well, where'd you get the dog from?
We got him from the Camarillo shelter.
I love you guys. I love the Camarillo shelter. I've been there many times broadcasting. First of all, this is the second call back to back. One adopted a 7 or 8 year old. You adopted an 8. I love you guys. You guys absolutely amaze me by adopting these older dogs and cats from these shelters.
Well, you know, he's very great with people. He's got most of his training down. He pulls a little, but nothing that can't be handled.
Yeah.
But we have a feral kitty also that we also adopted from the Camarillo shelter 4 years ago. And he is a hunter. He's already brought us a bird.
Yeah.
And so I'm really concerned that when we go to try to introduce him, because he's so strong, I'm afraid we might have an accident because I don't think he's going to give the cat a chance if he gets it.
Okay, so let's have a fake cat first, okay?
Okay.
And by a fake cat, here's what I mean. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go to a store and buy some type of stuffed animal that resembles a cat.
I have one.
Okay. I want you to rub it all over this feral cat while you're hugging and kissing him, okay? Then, does the feral cat have a name?
Yes, Charlotte.
And this new stuffed animal, what's its name?
We'll name it Charlotte.
There you go, right on target. And what I'd like you to do is when you're hanging around in the evening, every night for a few minutes, bring out the stuffed animal, make it a really positive experience for the dog you adopted by giving him a massage, a hug, a kiss, a treat, whatever. Make it a positive experience, treating the stuffed animal as if it were, in fact, Charlotte, the real cat. Then after you've done that for a week or so, what I'd like you to do is have a member of the family with the dog on a leash and collar on one side of the room, having someone else holding the cat on the other side of the room just for a minute or two. That's enough. End it on a positive note. Everyone leaves. The next day, you do it again. The next day, a little bit longer. And little by little, once they realize that neither one is threatened by each other, then we can start using a barrier and letting them get nose to nose. And ultimately, you will come home and find them sleeping nose to nose, I promise. Many feral cats I've taken in with many dogs that were abused and actually attacked by cats. Given time and patience, you can bring them around. Just got to use a little more first pet psychology.
Okay, I'm going to try the stuffed animal. I think that's a great idea.
I'm going to give you how about if I send you a copy of my book and send you a whole chapter on first pet psychology? How would that be?
That would be excellent.
On its way.
Definitely read it.
On its way. I'm going to put you on hold, Ellie. The lovely Suzette's going to pick up and we'll get that right out to you, how to get your dog to do what you want. I really do appreciate that phone call. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Again, I'm going to mention this because this is the only one I'm probably going to do this year. I'm doing not a remote broadcast, just an appearance so that I can answer all of your pet and animal questions. I've done these at Central Park in New York. I think I did one many years ago in Los Angeles and was overwhelmed. So this is going to take place on Sunday, April 22nd. Mark that date down. It's going to be great. I got lots of free stuff to give away, and I'll be there as long as I have to be there, answering all of your pet and animal questions. It's going to be an incredible day, and if you've never been to Sepulveda Basin off-leash dog park, believe me, you're going to fall fall in love with this place. So you can go to my website, thepetshow.com. Remember that, THE. There's more information there, and I'll keep talking about it because I want to see you all out there and get to meet you and your dogs at the same time. 866-870-KRLA. That is the phone number. Mike in Woodland Hills. Welcome to the Pet Show, Mike.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Very good.
What can I do for you?
We have a cat. He's about 1 year old. When we get it, was about a month old. And she's a very nice cat. And I feed her, I clean it, I care of it. Once in a while, she comes to me trying to bite my toe. And not hard, just a little bit. And all the time, when I'm in the room watching TV, she comes and sits by me. And
so she doesn't really bite you. She bites on your toe a little bit when you're walking.
No, when I'm sitting.
Oh, that's when she'll bite on your toe.
Yes.
Okay.
When I'm sitting, and then she make this. She's very friendly, and all the time she lays down and show the belly. She likes it.
Yeah, she does. But I just happen to have this in front of me today. This is from an article I'm in the process of putting together called "Why Does My Cat Bite Me?" So you're right on target with this question. Whether your cat seems to attack out of the blue or only nips you in certain situations, knowing why your cat is biting is really important to resolving the issue. Listen to me carefully. I'm going to give you a lot of these reasons don't refer to you, but I got a lot of cat people out there. I'm going to give you every possible reason why a cat will bite their guardian. Number one, if your cat is in pain or discomfort, they will bite you. If your cat is overstimulated, let's say you're petting your cat and you're really wrestling with her and you get them overstimulated, occasionally they lose track of what they're doing. If they're getting older, sometimes there'll be some brain aging that can cause that as well. Mistaken identity is another reason also. Kitten memories and insecurity. That being said, here's what I want you to understand. Very often when our cats are nearby us and they really love us and they really feel confident and comfortable, I'm with this person, they've never hurt me, all of a sudden they get really mellow, they get really calm, then they turn around and they bite you for apparently no reason. What they're doing at that point is they're realizing what a vulnerable position they're in, and that's why they are doing it. So the reaction on most people is to get up and yell at the cat and say no, 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 and pull away. What you need to do is watch your cat carefully. There's always some indication before they do it. The ears may go back, the pupils may dilate, the tail may go back and forth. Just get up and walk away. If you don't react to it and the cat's getting no reaction for the assertive behavior, little by little, that behavior is not important anymore. What's happening now, Mike, is that every time the cat bites you, you're going, ouch, ouch, ouch. And that is, again, giving the cat credibility for what she's doing. So sometimes watch her carefully, get a fix on her just before this happens, get up and walk away. What I'm also going to do for you, Mike, is I'm actually going to send you I'm going to put you on hold, Mike, and I'm going to send you a copy of how to get your cat to do what you want. And I want you to read some of the chapters in there specifically on that. But a lot of people have the same problem. They don't understand why, in fact, their cat who adores them and loves them and they treat like the king of Siam, all of a sudden the cat bites them. It's not because they don't like you. As I said, there are many, many reasons. And rather than say, correct, yell at the cat, as a behaviorist, it's my job to sit down with you and try to be analytical and figure out why the cat is doing it. It sounds to me that your cat is reacting because of your reaction. Great chapter in the book on that, and I appreciate that phone call. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Let me take a quick break. The phones are jamming. When I come back, we have Carol in Woodland Hills, Anna in Gardena, Arim in Glendale, Alexander in San Juan Capistrano, Mike in Sherman Oaks. Great calls coming in. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Just a reminder that you can actually follow me right now. I'm actually on Facebook Live at facebook.com/Warren Pet. Facebook.com/Warren Pet. If you want to type in a question, I'll try to get to some Facebook questions as well. But the phone number, 866-870-5752. Hey, we are back on the Pet Show. The phones are jam-packed. I'm going to get to all your calls, I promise. Do you know that over 80% of all pet guardians reported they consider their pet a friend, talk to their pet regularly, felt their pet added to their happiness, and talked to others about their pet and played with their pets as well? But they didn't have to tell us that. We already knew. All right, here's the deal. The phones are jam-packed. We have Alexa in Northridge. We have Arim in Glendale, Alexander in San Juan Capistrano. We have Larry in Simi Valley, Carol in Woodland Hills. But right now, my question of the day was about would you accept a donation for your animal if you disagree with them politically? Let's see what Mike has to say about it in Sherman Oaks. Hey, Mike, welcome to the show.
Hey, Warren. How's it going?
It's going great.
Great. Well, the answer is yeah, I would be a hypocrite and take a donation if I were that desperate that for my dog's well-being that I needed to get help for the dog. But let me flip the question 180 degrees. Not to you, but would I donate to a dog charity that openly had a position that was the opposite of my, that attacked my values, that had nothing to do with animals whatsoever? Case in point, I'm not going to even use the current administration, but that would be one. But the one was the SPCA-LA, which I love and adore. However, years ago, they had a billboard campaign saying, "Here, if you adopt a male dog, these men," and I'm paraphrasing the.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not paraphrasing. These men dogs won't leave you. That was the essence of the billboard.
Oh, so they were saying that, listen, if you're married to a guy, the guy may leave you, but if you adopt a male dog, they'll be with you for life.
That's right. And I found that very offensive to men. And this was probably...
Can you imagine if that was reversed?
Oh, yeah. Like adopt a bee, female dog. And so I called Madeline Bernstein. And just like the casinos rate you, and they know how much you gamble, they know how much you donate. And she tried to say, well, we didn't mean it. Well, you had at least 75 billboards saying that, and it didn't feel very good to paint with a wide brush that all men will abandon you or won't be loyal to you.
Yeah, it's an interesting point, Mike. But I think my point was a little bit different. My point was, if let's say that someone that totally opposite in terms of political, let's say someone is too far to the right or too far to the left of what your political beliefs are, okay? And if you go to Facebook and the politics there, it's so amazing that this one hates. They were best friends, but they hate each other now because of political differences or whatever. But if that person you totally disagree with 100% says to you, listen, Mike, here's $500 for your rescue group. Would you take that $500 knowing, not caring where it came from, but knowing that that $500 was going to save some animals' lives, and you have nothing to do with the other person whatsoever? It's not like you got to pay them back. It's not like you got to talk to them. They just want to give you money, but they politically differ from you. Would you accept that $500? That was the question.
Well, to quote the former longtime California Speaker of the House, Willie Brown, the greatest feeling is to look someone in the eye and to screw them. So the answer is, yeah, I would take their money for the greater good of the animal.
There you go. I agree. Do you have any pets, Mike?
Of course.
What do you have?
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky. Yeah. I got to send Rockies. Do you have one of my T-shirts?
I don't.
You have now. I'm going to put you on hold. Great call, by the way. I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to send you one of those T-shirts that say, none of my friends walk upright. It did. It would really bother me if I saw a sign that's saying, adopt a male dog, he'll be with you for life. That would kind of bother me. I mean, I'm the kind of guy, I make a commitment for life, whether they walk upright or not. I guess that would bug me. What do you think about it? Give me a call, 866-870-KAROLY, or shoot me something on Facebook. Any comment you have, facebook.com/thepetshow, facebook.com/thepetshow. Interesting call. I never knew that. I guess maybe I wasn't here or just didn't see those signs. Love to know what you think. All right, let me take another call. We're going to go to Woodland Hills and Carol. Hey, Carol, welcome to the show. You threw me for a loop there. I wasn't expecting that kind of conversation. Hey, Carol, welcome to the Pet Show.
Thank you so much for taking my call.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
Okay, so I have a Shih Tzu who I rescued. He was found on the street right across the street from my house. A neighbor brought him to me, and I took care of him and got him back to health, and he's still with me. The vet said he was probably 7 or 8 months old when I found him by his teeth. He assumed that. So actually a week from...
no chip, no microchip, no nothing?
No chip, no collar, nothing. He was starving. He was dehydrated.
Wow.
Of course, no energy. Took him to the vet and got him back to health. But this is the thing. So I assumed, since they said he was 7 or 8 months old, I gave him a birthday of March. So I've had him for 7.5 years. So really next Friday, he'll be 8 years old, according to my calculation. Okay. So all of a sudden, the last week of February, he exhibited strange behavior. It was the 26th of February, got up in the morning. He followed me around. He wouldn't leave my side. He had to be touching my ankles. I thought that was kind of weird because he stays by me, but not constantly.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't eat his breakfast. And I thought that was kind of odd. And no matter what I do, put him to the bowl, turn his head, walk away, he just wouldn't eat.
So this has been but that went on for how long?
Well, it went on for a couple of days. Well, it went on for a day and a half.
Yeah.
And finally, of course, I took him to the vet thinking he was sick.
Sure.
They did all kinds of blood work. Nothing is wrong. And I called a behavior specialist, and he said to me, because he'll eat if I hand feed him.
Yeah.
Okay, but he won't eat the food in his bowl and I could move the bowl around. He still won't eat.
What type of bowl?
By the way, I use paper bowls. I have a little stand, and I use paper bowls so they stay clean.
Okay, but it's very possible the papers have wax on them and it has a certain scent or odor to it.
Oh, but they're still clean though.
They might be clean, but if it smells, dogs don't look at things and how clean they are. They look at things by the way they smell.
Okay, well, I did try yesterday. My daughter was here with her husband. I put it in a steel bowl, aluminum bowl, whatever it is. Still wouldn't eat.
Okay, here's my
feeling. Then I sit on the couch next to him and urge him, and he'll eat out of the bowl if I urge him, if he's sitting next to me on the couch.
Yeah, well, there are certain dogs and certain cats that are group eaters. They don't want to eat by themselves for whatever reason, going back to his earlier upbringing.
Well, let me stop you. I have another dog.
Okay.
I have a dog named Bella.
Okay, Bella was in the house first?
She's 12. They eat next to each other.
Was Bella in the house first?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Listen to me carefully. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to start taking the dog's food, and I want you to put it into 3 different dishes. I want you to heat up the food before you give it to him. Not because I want him to eat warm food, but I want it to smell really, really good.
Okay.
What I'd like you to do is try the 3 different dishes. It can be in the same room, but in different locations. See and heat it up. See if that doesn't make a difference for you. In other words, I'm sure the vet looked at his teeth and everything, and it's fine.
Yes, they checked everything.
But again, this was a stray dog. This dog was out on its own. You said he was dehydrated. He was skinny, probably not eating enough food. And his early memories go back to when he was, and you got him, what, 8 or 9 months old, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so it goes back to early puppyhood. We don't know how long he was out on the street. From what you're telling me, he was probably out there for a while. Early puppyhood meant that he ate with the other puppies. He nursed on his mom's teats when he was younger. So very often, that's the memory they have about being comfortable with food, is eating with other animals or eating with their litter. The fact that he's been out by himself, and I don't know how long, now he comes into you, so you become that comfort zone of his mother and his litter. That's why he eats around you. That's why I want it heated up to make it really smell good. You might even want to put a t-shirt of yours that's unwashed underneath the food dish. See if that doesn't make a difference for you.
But I had him for 7.5 years. Well, all of a sudden he turned adult and he turned a corner overnight.
How are his teeth?
How are his teeth?
Yeah, they're in good shape.
They're in good shape.
Okay.
I get them. I get them clean.
It could be something that triggered an early memory. It could be any number of things, but the most important things that you need to do right now is get him to eat again. And the way to do that is try what I suggested. I mean, there's a lot more behavior that we can do, but you always start out with the most minor. It could be any number of things. It could be a loud noise. It could be something that happened outside that he heard or he smelled that we have no idea about, but at the same time, it might have been something he had an early association with that freaked him out and prevented him from eating or eating comfortably. Could be any number of things. Could be a noise, could be a smell. So let's try the 3 dishes. Let's try putting the food. Let's try heating it up. Give that a shot for a week or 2. If you still have a snag, you give me a call back.
Can I tell you real quick that I called the pet shrink, And he suggested some CBD oil, which I just started giving him a couple days ago.
Well, the CBD oil is fine, but there's a new product line coming out by NatureVet, which I've been talking about for years and years and years. They have a hemp oil product coming out, which is a lot different. We'll talk about that in the next couple of weeks. But anyway, I have no problem with the CBD. I got to walk on, Cal. Follow my advice. Give me a call back. I'm going to put you on hold, and we are going to send you for your dog. You know what? I'm going to send you a jar of my own Hugs and Kisses supplements. Break that over his food. He might decide to eat it as well. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. We are back on The Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Great time to give me a call. The phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Plenty of time for your calls, lots of great stuff to give away. Just a reminder, if you want to find out why your dog has a specific problem, something that has to be confronted, you've come to the right place. We've heard a lot about CBD recently and the benefits for animals, and I've done a tremendous amount of research on it. And the bottom line is it really is an amazing product, but you got to make sure you're getting the right stuff. And hemp seed oil is so much better than the other CBDs out there. And we'll talk more about that in the future because my good friends at NatureVet, who I adored, I've been working with them for over 20 years. They're coming out with a complete product line that you can get with the hemp seed oil. We'll talk about that in the next couple of weeks. It's not available yet, but if you want to call my Julie, you can call my office directly and get on a list for it. It's 1-800-430 and the word HUGS. Leave a message. Julie will get back to you. 1-800-430 and the word HUGS. And one more announcement before I get back to your phones, and I promise Priscilla, Larry, Alexa, and Alexander, you are going to get on. You heard me talking the last couple of weeks about a shelter in San Bernardino that I've heard absolutely atrocious things about for the last few years. I've been trying to put something together. I had some meetings, some phone calls. If you want to help me, I'm looking to have a public meeting probably in May. If you want to help and get involved, what I'd like you to do is shoot me an email at mail@thepetshow.com, mail@thepetshow.com. Now, some of my listeners may not want to do that, but what you can do is call my office directly, speak to Julie. She'll get your name and information. We'll keep you posted on when the meeting's going to take place. It's 1-800-430-4847, 1-800-430-4847. There's a lot of people out there that know about the shelter I'm talking about. If you want to get involved, and you should want to get involved, either email me or give my office a call. We'll let you know. And if we put the numbers together of people, we can really make a difference and make sure that dogs and cats at shelters, at least this shelter, are treated much more humanely than they are right at the moment. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Let's go to Alexander in San Juan Capistrano. Hey, Alexander, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How you doing?
Okay.
What can I do for you?
A little wet down here.
Yeah, it's a little wet up here, too. What can I do for you?
Okay, we have a rescue dog. She's mostly Belgian Malinois, and she definitely has police dog traits. When we are together with a group of other dog owners in the park, she knows the dog. She gets along with them most of the time, but every now and then she just loses it with one of them and attacks them. Right? Now, she never bites. She runs next to them and kind of pushes them with her head, with her barking at them, kind of hurting.
Where did you get this, Alexander? Where did you get this dog from?
Rescue.
How old is the dog?
When we got her?
Yeah.
4 to 5 months.
Oh, so she was young when you got her. Okay. And so you say that she only does this with female dogs?
Pretty much. There are some times when she will turn on a male, but that's because she's protecting my wife in her mind.
Now, when you got her,
that's another issue.
Yeah, when you got her, was there other dogs from the litter there, or was she by herself?
She was actually, they got her from an LA shelter, which are pretty bad, I understand.
Okay, so here's the scenario. Let me just try to kind of figure out what you're talking about here. So the bottom line is you adopted this 4 or 5 month old dog, came out of a shelter, went somewhere else. You took the dog from there. So we don't know how long this dog was with its litter mates or its mom when it was younger. And
I don't think at all.
Okay, so the reason I'm bringing that up, she must have been with them at least a couple of days or something. So the reason I bring that up is when they're first born, they go through the same 4 psychological stages that people go through: neonatal, imprint, juvenile, and adult. So when she was going through those really early imprint stages, is. What probably occurred is she might have been bullied by these other dogs. She might not have been able to get to the mother's teats as fast as the other dogs could. So being bullied by these other dogs, now when she's out and she's running around with the other dogs and she feels more confident because she's living with you and you build up her confidence, her self-esteem, she may be going after these dogs as a way of becoming a little bit more assertive. Now, you're telling me she's not biting these dogs at all? She's just kind of pushing them around?
Yes, very aggressively.
Okay,
it scares people.
But what do you do?
She actually has not ever bitten me.
What do you do at that point?
Grab her.
And then what?
Tell her not to do that.
Okay, and she continues
put her on the leash and take her away from the group.
Okay, so in other words, what she does, she's doing something wrong. You're telling her no, which is okay, but then you're taking away from the group and bringing her away from the situation that's making her assertive in the first place or aggressive in the first place. So think about what you're doing, okay? You're taking the dog out of a place where the dog is challenging other dogs. Now she can't challenge him anymore because Alexander removed her. So the next time she's in with those dogs, she's even going to be more assertive. What you should do at this point is when she's doing that with other dogs within a group of dogs, that's when you put her on the leash. That's when you put the harness on or collar, whatever you're using, and you practice some basic training right in that area. Then you let her off again. If she reacts the same way again, she goes back on the leash and collar. So you're resolving an issue rather than avoiding it. Then there's no way you can resolve a behavioral problem by just avoiding it. It's like telling someone your dog will never pee in the house again if you keep him out in the backyard. So what you need to do is confront the scenario exactly as it occurs. The dog's being assertive. You need to accomplish some positive obedience right at that point. That will make all the difference in the world. So leash and collar comes out, leash and harness, heel, sit, stay down, come, you let her loose again, the dog reacts again, you go back to the same thing. Little by little, you will start noticing a major difference in her calming down. So also what I would recommend that you do when there are no other dogs at the park, either off hours, just take her there and work her on leash and off leash in the dog park to gain that positive control at the area which is most apt to be aggressive at. That's all you need to do at this point.
Okay.
That makes sense to you?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I want.
One other thing, but
yeah, go ahead.
I enjoyed what you're talking about, walking the dogs past each other.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. That works.
Yeah, it does.
I have one.
Yeah.
One other thing, quickly.
Go ahead.
If she's on the lead and she's walking past other dogs that are dangerous, and my wife is in front of me, it's okay. But if she's behind me, as soon as we pass the dogs and my wife is alone with the dogs, she barks and turns around and wants to go back there.
She wants to go back. Doesn't it sound like she's more protective of your wife at that point?
Yes.
Yeah, she's out of sight. So, I mean, I don't want to sound naive here, but I guess the best thing to do is when you take the dog for a walk and you know you're going to confront other dogs, have your wife walk either even or in front of you.
Okay.
I really, yeah, that's the best answer for that. Anyway, listen, don't go anywhere. I'm going to put you on hold, and I am going to send you, I'm going to send you some Orthrosuit Gold to make sure that dog's hips and joints stay in the best shape ever. Great call, by the way. The phone number here, 866-870-KRLA. Let me take a break. When we come back, we got Larry, we got Priscilla, we got Alexa. We'll get to all your calls. Also, grab your pens and papers if you're driving around in the rain and you couldn't get through to the show, and I know you got a lot of problems and questions about your pets. I'm going to give you the phone number for my national and Canadian show, which starts at 1 o'clock right after this show. It's the same type of show. I give away the same items, the same gifts, so we'll be talking about that. I'll give you that number when we come back, so if you can't get through now, you can get through then. Quick break, then right back to your phone calls. Hey, we're back on the Pet Show. Here's the deal. I'm going to try to get to Larry, Priscilla. Alexa's got a great call up there. Alexa's calling from Northridge with a cat issue, and she's going to have a baby next week. Nothing like calling me last minute, Alexa. Here's what I want you to do, and that goes for everyone out there besides Priscilla, Larry. Listen to me carefully. I want you to write this number down. This is the number for my national and Canadian show. And the reason I'm bringing this to you, Alexa, I don't want to rush you. It's an interesting call, and I want to make sure we prepare your cat and you for the arrival of the baby. So write this number down, 877-725-8255. 877-725-8255. You can start calling that number at 1 o'clock. I will take your calls there. It's the same type of show, except it goes all over the U.S. and Canada. You guys will be the first ones in, and I give away the same items. So you can start calling at 1 o'clock. Be patient. It goes into an entirely different system, and that number is 877-725-8255, 877-725-8255. Larry in Simi Valley, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren.
How you doing?
Nice talking to you.
Same here. What's up?
I've got a couple of dogs next door that bark so loud. My neighbor came over, and she was very embarrassed when we could not carry on a conversation. They howl and bark so loud. It's unreal, and it starts early in the morning.
But these aren't your dogs, Larry.
They're not my dogs. That's right.
And what does the neighbor say?
Well, you got right to, if you want to, you can squirt water on them and stop, and that'll stop them.
Do the dogs go in the house, or are they outside all the time?
I think they're both. I think they're out most of the time. I mean, they're out every time they go to work.
Yeah, here's the scenario, Larry. Here's the scenario. Do you have any pets of your own?
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
I got an Aussie German Shepherd.
Okay. Okay, good. Here's the scenario, okay? It's very difficult for me to resolve a problem when the neighbor's calling. If it was a dog problem, that would be different. But you don't have a dog problem. You have a neighbor problem. If I had a neighbor that were keeping the dogs out all the time, 24/7 or whatever, that would be a different ballgame. But the fact is, the neighbor's telling you to squirt water on them. Why doesn't the neighbor just make the backyard more interesting? Why doesn't the neighbor just bring the dogs in the house? Did you have that conversation? Better yet, Larry, here's what I want you to do, okay? Are you friendly with this person? Obviously, she sounds like someone you can talk to.
Yeah, I can talk to her.
Have her call me next week.
Well, I don't.
I can't listen. I can't resolve your kid's problem if it's not your kid. I need to talk to her. I need to get more background on the dog, how much stimulation they're getting. I mean, there are ways you can use an air horn and blow the air horn. That might quiet them down, but it's not going to resolve the problem for you. You have to resolve the problem, and the way to resolve the problem is have their guardian interested enough to give me a call. Anyway, Larry, go ahead.
They actually, if you don't mind, they actually put up a sound sprinkler system where when they started barking, they would squirt.
Yeah, but it's not that's not the resolution. In other words, they're not resolving the problem. Obviously, they love the dogs. I want to help these dogs. So what you have your neighbor do, if she loves the dogs, have her give me a call next week. I will resolve her problems. I can't resolve someone else's kid's problems. Okay, anyway. Don't go anywhere, Larry. I'm gonna put you on hold. I'm gonna send you one of my greatest. In fact, I'm gonna do a commercial right now for the hybrid groomer by Bass. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to send you one of these brushes. They're absolutely amazing. And we are back on the Pet Show. Here's the deal. I'm not going to have time to take another call. But Alexa, Priscilla, I know you've been hanging for a long time. Write this number down. You'll be my first callers. The phone number for the network show starting at 1 o'clock, 877-725-8255. 877-725-8255. That goes for anyone out there that didn't have an opportunity to get through. 877-725-8255. Let me just take a minute here at towards the end of the show and talk about a couple of things. Number one, I've never done this before. You know, there's a lot of videos of me working with animals, you know, from all the years, 15 years on Regis and Kathy Lee, 15 years on the Today Show, the Mickey Mouse Club, and I never post those. So my assistant, Julie, found a video of me working with a dog in Hollywood Hills a couple of years ago. The dog was like really kind of crazy. When other dogs walked by, it would chase them and show aggression to them. This is not a TV show. This is a live video, actual time. I spent a very short time with the dog, and you can see the results. I will post that Tuesday afternoon on my Facebook page, facebook.com/thepetshow, facebook.com/thepetshow. I think you'll find it real interesting about the approach I take with hugs and kisses, no jerking, no alpha, none of this. And by the end, 16 minutes into it, you'll actually see, well, you'll have to see for yourself, but you'll see what a difference a little positive education and positive training will make. I will put that up. I do have my own YouTube channel, so ultimately I will be putting, you know, we're taking it from YouTube. We'll put it on the website. And I'll be doing more of these. So check it out. Come Tuesday afternoon, it should be up. It's The Pet Show, facebook.com/thepetshow, facebook.com/thepetshow. I think you'll enjoy the video. And I think it'll give you a better feel, even though you've been listening to me for years, about how I actually do things, how I actually resolve behavioral problems with pets. No yelling, no screaming, no prong collars, none of that nonsense. 877-725-8255. You can start calling that number in a minute or two. Right now, stay tuned, because coming up here is Living Pain-Free with Dr. Mark Darrow and my good friend Nita. Until next week, give all of your pets a hug and a kiss for you, a special one for me.